So there's this fascinating series of movies with the name The Purge. It started with an Ethan Hunt movie. Is that his name? Is that his name? He does all kinds of really mind-bending sci-fi stuff. No, it's great. No, what happened is the premise of the Purge films is that once a year, people get to live out any criminal fantasy they wish without repercussion. And there have been 2 of these films so far. There's the 3rd one coming out in a few months called Purge Election something. And they're interesting, but they're not even remotely plausible. What they say is there's going to be a purge from sundown till sunup on given date. Any crime is legal. And so everyone goes out to commit murder. Well, the problem is murder is only interesting to 2 kinds of people. One is people who know you and want you dead. And 2 is people who just loves them some killings. That's not how crime works, guys. No. You can board yourself up in a bunker or put up storm shutters on your house. That's fine. Murder is not where it's at. Murder is not where it's at. No, this would become, the Purge would be the day of rape. And I know this because I've been on so many subreddits and ask Reddit situations where they say, what would you do if you had a time machine? And everybody says, I'd go back and rape everybody. I'd rape Hitler. I'd rape Lincoln. I'd rape Helen Keller. I would rape. So rape really is a big one. And if it's, the Purge, why wouldn't you, offer shelter to people and then rape them? You could. That's not covered in the films. That's not covered. But the bigger concern is your house is only so secure. What you're forgetting is the firebugs. And the firebugs, just like they were left out of Stephen King's The Stand, the firebugs would burn everything. Imagine if you're a firebug. You've got all year to save up your fuel, your ignition sources, and whatnot. When the Purge comes, you don't have to break into the apartment building to kill your old coworker or landlord or what. No, just set the entire block on fire. And that would work. The firebugs, oh my gosh. Even if the Purge was only 2 hours long, it would be enough to see the entire country burn to the ground. And what about big bank robberies, big heists? You've got, sundown to sunup. Let's say conservatively 10 hours, but in the movies it happens in winter, so 12 to 14 hours to drill through the walls and get all the money. You've got an entire year or 10 years to plan it. There's no reason you couldn't, get in there and make off with everything. There's no vault which would be secure enough. And, we're not even talking about all the crimes. The Purge would also see things like, places like, TV stores, electronic stores with TVs and DVD players and all that. There's going to be low-level criminals who want to break into them. Yeah, you can put up really thick storm shutters, but they can show up with angle grinders and just start chewing into the wall and steal a bunch of TVs. And you can hire dudes to stand behind it to murder them when they come in. And maybe they'll have enough ammo and maybe they won't. That's the real story here. I mean, the Purge as it exists as a film franchise, is pretty entertaining, but man, it's just leaving out all the property crime, all the self-gratification crime. I mean, when the purge comes, what's to stop you from murdering your grandmother-in-law who has all the money and is locked up in the apartment with you? But the bigger question is, how come nobody has burned down the apartment in the first damn place? I mean, that's really the question. So, Purge movies, come on guys. Start including crimes other than murder, and I'll start paying to watch you. That's just my thought.